Although I think it's important to offer people refugee status, and indeed I led a delegation with my colleague Baroness Cox. We went to see Bill Rammell, the Foreign Office Minister, specifically to raise the plight of endangered minorities inside Iraq and the importance of providing refugee status for them in the short term. Nevertheless, that is not the long-term objective. The long-term objective must surely be that these ancient communities should be allowed to go on living in their own homeland. They're not strangers in an alien land. These are people who are indigenous to Iraq and whose presence precedes Islam. They have every right to live in their ancient homelands. And if Iraq is not prepared to accept that, if it doesn't understand that, then it certainly won't have any right to call itself democratic. And despite what Hillary Clinton has been saying only this week about the progress that is being made, and I agree with her, progress is being made and that's to be welcomed. Nevertheless, as the Iraqi Prime Minister comes to Britain, as he will do tomorrow, he will have to address the long-term issue of whether Iraq is going to be a plural society with democratic rights accorded to minorities, or whether it's going to become monolithic and only permit certain forms of belief to exist in the country, and accept that people will be driven out of their homes, driven out of the areas where they've lived for generations if they're not prepared to conform. And if that's the kind of Iraq that's being created, many will then question what was the military campaign, what was the massive loss of British and American lives all about.